Hello. Well, we finally made it to week 8, and this week we actually get to put together everything that we've learned over the past few weeks and finally make a persuasive speech. What I'm actually here to try to persuade you to do today is to follow my footsteps and join the military. So, upon graduating from high school, you are given the options, and it can be countless. It can be mind-boggling. It can be overwhelming. The most three common options, I should say, are either going straight into the workforce, or going to college, or even joining the military. Now, with the first option, I won't say that it's a bad option. It's perfectly fine for some people. But just keep in your mind that that option doesn't afford the best opportunities. It doesn't give you the best medical coverage. You're not open up to as wide of a range of available positions to have. It's usually not going to be a career. It's usually just a job for some people. Um, and you don't get to better yourself to be the person to push yourself to the limit as much, in my personal opinion, as you would doing something else in this world. Now, for the second option that I'm going to talk to you about is joining a university, joining a community college, or trying to better yourself educationally. Now, that is a wonderful option. I do hope that any and everyone try doing that option at some point in their life. Now, with that being said, though, once you have decided to join the school, you have to first pick one. You have to get accepted, which cannot always be easy. And let's face it, being accepted into either a four-year university or even taking it further into a master's degree or a graduate degree program, that is 4 years. During that whole time, then you can be a full-time student and also having to have a side job just to get ends meet. The reason I say that is because college is expensive. Yes, you may have your degree and maybe the cream of the crop, but at the end of it all, you may be on top of the ladder, but you have a bag of debt weighing you down. The next few years you're spent trying to pay that off. So even though you started out working at the bottom, having nothing, and you got to the top and finished your degree, by that point you got to start back at the bottom again because you have to find another job, which is going to be just as difficult. You don't have the experience in the field. You may know what you're talking about, and you may have the degree, but a lot of people want the experience with that as well. So even then, you're not afforded the same opportunities as someone else. And like I said, the debt thing is absolutely over the top. And I want to read you something from the U.S. Census Bureau. An average person that does not get a high school, I'm an average person that gets a high school diploma only makes $33,618 a year on average. Now, with someone that actually does get a bachelor's degree, that cranks all the way up to an average of $60,954 by finishing a degree. Look at the difference in that. Excuse me. Also, by a report by the National Student Clearinghouse, think of this. In 2007, 58.1% of people that pursued a college degree actually were able to finish. Now, in 2008, that number dropped all the way to 55%. So just think about that. In 1 year, it dropped 3%. So it's getting more and more difficult. Excuse me. Now, with the third option that I'm talking to you about is the actual option that I chose. Joining the military was the best option that I've ever had in my life. I grew up in a very, very, very small town in South Carolina where I knew nothing but trees and cows. And joining the military gave me the opportunity to overcome any fears, to meet and mingle and get this experience from all these people around the world. You are thrown into basic training not knowing absolutely anyone. You're taken away from your family, your friends, and your communication. That sounds like a bad thing, but believe me, it is not. It's not, because you get to learn all these different cultures and religions and how these people work together to overcome obstacles that you never thought that you would be able to overcome in the beginning. And after that, you were thrown into your specialty school. Now, for the in the military side, The Navy, that is actually your A school. So at your A school is the job that you get to choose, that you want to do for the rest of your life. Mind you, you finish your 2 month boot camp. You go directly into your schooling, which can be 6 months, 6 to 8 months, depending on the time frame of the year. So after that, you are automatically qualified. After you finish your first specialty school, I can go work in a hospital. Do you want to be that person? Do you want to go work in a hospital? Not less than a year from graduating from high school, you already have the credentialing and you already have the experience that someone is looking for. You're already the cream of the crop. Less than 1% of the population are even eligible to join the military. Now, you can do that job or you can continue going to school. You can become an x-ray technician if you want to be in the medical field like I chose. You can be a cardiothoracic surgery technician just like I am. You can do any and everything you want. You can become a pilot. And according to an article by U.S. News, thousands of doctors, lawyers, and mechanics and countless other physicians have been hired by the United States military because they were trained by the military and had the experience already in hand. Now, with that being said, these people got degrees. College degree, military. Joining the military, all of your degree is paid for. This class that I'm currently taking has all been paid for by the military. You get to travel, you get to do anything in the world that you want to do, and it's all paid for. You get your passports, you get top of the line medical coverage forever. Now, mind you, if you only have to serve 20 years, I will be 37 years old when I retire. My parents are 20 years older than that, and they're still working because they chose to go directly into the workforce, and they still need the money. There's nothing wrong with that once again, but wouldn't you want to have the better option set up for the rest of your life? Degrees paid for, traveling around the world. Now, mind you, another thing about the traveling, I want to show you some few things that I got from around the world because most people actually are interested in joining the military because of the traveling, and I hope you do as well. And this is something I got in Hawaii. It's the Humu Humu Nuku Nuku Apawa'a. It is the state fish. This is a perfume bottle I got from India. This is very interesting. This I got from, you can read it, Venice. Beautiful place. And this is a statue from the world's tallest building, the Burj Khalifa in Dubai. So look at that. I'm 23 years old. I've been around the world. I'm a cardiothoracic surgery technician. Wouldn't you want to be the same thing? You can have a steady paycheck. And according to military.com, most people join the military, and I'm hoping this catches your eye as well. For family tradition, that wasn't myself, but maybe it is for you. Full-time employment, you always have a job. Even your time off, you're getting paid for forever. And personal satisfaction and pride. I now hold myself to a standard that I never would have held before if I had not joined the military. Because, like I said, only that 1% can even be eligible. And then now that I am that 1%, I do hold myself higher because I got the education, I've gotten the experience, and the things that I want to pass on to you and share these moments with you as well are the things that I hope that you actually take from all of this. Excuse me. I want you to be able to see the good in it. You can have a job, you can have a career. It's paying for my schooling, for my cars. I have a high-rise condo here in San Diego. Like who else gets these opportunities? It makes you glow. You get the best of the best coverage. You get your clothing is paid for. You know you are never going to be thrown out on in the world with not having anything. And the fact that you are held to this standard and given these opportunities to show and to learn, you are given the opportunity to also grow within yourself. And I'm hoping this is catching your attention just as much as it does mine, because that gives you the experience that these jobs out there in the world are looking for. And being in the military always helps to work for Uncle Sam. So if you want free coverage and free plastic surgery like my teeth, if you want that, then join the military. Follow my footsteps. Travel the world. See what it's all about. Hope you enjoy.